Welcome to When Will It End? It's a movie podcast, and boy, do we watch the movies. We made.
How do you choose what you say?
We made
when you start an episode. Break it down.
We made the movie bed, and now we're sleeping in it. You're doing a little alfalfa with your hair right now. You got a little alfalfa going on. You see that? You seeing that? There's one little strand. Yep, feel it.
Yeah.
Full alfalfa.
So when you go, you're going through options in your head.
Okay,
or do you just
let me tell you something about sports. You ever wondered, like, when a quarterback, he's making the plays, he's thinking of the plays.
Well, are you talking like planning the plays before or in the game?
He's in the huddle. And he's like, guys, we got to fucking do an audible. And they're like,
Sure.
Fuck, he's running the audible.
What does that mean?
That's like the other
audible.
one. I think it means like another one.
But in the huddle, he does the audible? I thought that was after.
He's like adapting to circumstances on the field.
So I think what happens here, I mean, can I come in?
The thing with you and metaphors,
I think here's what happens.
It's like a wasp to fucking spilled Kool-Aid.
Sure.
You're the wasp. The metaphor is to spilled Kool-Aid, which in and of itself is, of course, a metaphor.
I don't think that metaphor works.
Unless
Can
it's
I make
actual
it better?
spilled Kool-Aid. So you want to touch up both metaphors that are currently active. Okay,
I'll do one.
Who am I to stop that from happening?
Let's do the first one.
Please.
So I'm just going to teach you about audibles. Pretty sure a quarterback chooses a play in the huddle. He gets out on the field.
Well, these days, the head coach is over the damn walkie-talkies.
I know. It's so
Let the boys play.
Just let them play.
Let them play.
Let them bust their own heads wide open.
Let them play.
They want to bust their heads wide open.
CTE, how about CT none of my damn business?
Yeah. Thanks, Obama. In the huddle, pick the play, go on the field. Ooh, that defense looking a little spicy. Audible. And then they change the play. That's an audible.
That's what I was saying.
You were saying in the huddle, he says, no, we're going to do an audible right now.
It's been a long day.
Second one, the wasp. And
been a long fucking day, let me tell you that.
The wasp thing isn't. I mean, I come to a metaphor much as a wasp does.
You come to a metaphor much as some people come to sexual stimulation.
Yes. I only come to metaphor. Amy's not happy. This is When Will It End?
It's a movie podcast, and we watch the movies.
Yeah, we watch a 1, we watch a 2, we watch a 3.5. Yeah.
Here we are, baby.
This is the first time I've ever watched a 3.5.
We watched the unrated version of Scary Movie 3.
Which is called 3.5.
And let me tell you something.
What are you going to tell me?
The third movie, Magic, baby?
Oh, my God.
It is in full effect right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak out of turn. Do you mind if I speak?
Go for it.
Can I speak in turn or out of turn?
I don't care. You can speak either turn.
Well, guess what? You got to turn this one up because this movie ruled.
Yeah.
It was the lowest quota of punching down jokes to date.
Mm-hmm.
I would hardly describe this as a movie to watch with your extended family.
I don't think any of them will be.
No.
But to watch comfortably in 2020 with friends.
Yeah, this is like one I would bust out at a party as like a background thing.
Yeah.
It was just really great.
Actually, I would never do that. I think for me, cinema is a sacred art. And if it's on, no talking, you're sitting. Both of you tried to talk to me. This is Dave's
Let me tell you
podcast.
something about Charles.
Both of you and Amy tried to talk to me during Bad Boys 3, and I wanted to talk back, but just there's a thing inside me that doesn't let me talk.
His religion is movies.
It is.
His cathedral is the AMC in that shopping complex that we always fucking go to in Boston.
It's so close. There's free parking. There's a fucking garage. Get this, everyone. There's a garage in the greater Boston area that doesn't charge you to use it. I'm going to say that again.
For 3 hours.
Should I say it again or just instruct people to rewind it?
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Because they can use the button that does 15 seconds back.
They need
probably do it 3 or 4
to
times.
hear it. No, they're going with this podcast. They're going forward, my friend.
50
they're
seconds,
like
50
forward.
Let's get to the ads. Let's get to the ads.
They just want to get the red check, and they're like, "We got to get to the end."
Hey, what
can
app
skip
do
to
you
the
use?
end.
I don't get a red check.
Doesn't fucking matter. It's not a red check. It's a green check.
You just said the red check.
Like listen to
Yeah.
I don't fucking.
Oh, you're saying just in their life, in their mind,
in their no. There's a literal check. Just please.
I've never used this app.
Holy fuck! It's just called podcast or something. It's very boring. It's very
Google
dull.
does that. Calendar.
It's not even Google. It's a third party app.
Oh, it's just called podcast.
I don't fucking know.
No, they're all called like Zimzam.
It's not called Zimzam.
They're all called like
this ain't no Zimzam. Just a series of like a sharp assonance.
Yeah, it's like the guy typing on the keyboard in this movie.
Yeah.
That's a good. No, not that. Yeah, that. Yeah.
We watched Scary Movie 3. That. Yes, you can park. It's easy to park there. You've finished it.
I never started.
Okay. No, you did. You certainly started.
Okay, anyway. Yeah,
and yet I will end it.
For 3 hours? Free. Up to 3 hours free.
Okay.
Get it.
Yes.
You guys can come to Medford.
Movies is his religion.
It's in Assembly Row.
The cathedral is his AMC in the shopping complex. His pope?
Sure.
One Mr. Todrick Phillips.
No.
The doyen of cinema.
I think Shane Carruth is my pope.
Ugh, that's so annoying.
I know, it's not annoying,
It's
but
really
he is my
annoying.
pope. It's either that or Alain Rene, but I can't really say his name right. So
Maybe
I can't say Shane's name right either.
Carruth?
Is it Carruth?
I don't fucking know.
Carruth? Hey, Shane,
Hey, buddy.
if you're listening,
Which he may be.
just call me. I already gave out my number on some episodes, so just listen back.
Yeah, listen back. Acclaimed independent filmmaker Shane Carruthroth. We don't
I just
know.
read a report that it's funny.
You're really tripping over your words, huh? I'm coming through a little clear and heady on this one. You're just kind of like a little mumble mouth marble boy over
I just
there.
I just had a burrito shit. It's left me a little uneasy.
Really? I guess maybe that was what was throwing me off a moment,
Yeah.
like last round.
Yeah, I think so. The burrito
So
shit.
I feel like I broke your
Broke
toilet. I didn't break the toilet. It was
No,
clearly
you didn't. It was
there was
already
an
a problem.
existent problem.
I mean, it
Do you know
wasn't.
It's like, hey, fellas, you know when you're visiting your main guy's house and he breaks his toilet?
Yeah. Well, now I know what it's like to be the main guy.
Yeah, fellas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
You heard a report about Shane Carruthroth. We don't know.
Yeah, it's funny how the internet works. Like we're
It
thinking.
sure is funny how the internet works. What
He
is it,
apparently
series
did
of
an
tubes?
interview back like a year ago that somebody else in a famous online news source for movies finally listened to and then posted something, and now everyone's posting about it.
So someone posted about a year-old quote.
Yes,
Recently.
that's now news because no one knew about it when he was like interviewed.
What
on
was
some-
the news?
that he's making a movie and that's been announced since 2015, but it's going to be his last one.
Already?
Yeah, he's 3 and out.
3 and out.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, Quentin said 10?
yeah,
Fuck that.
3.
3.
And 3 might never appear. Who knows?
Well, what was the one where like the kids find the thing in the woods? Wasn't that going to be the long, like he talked about that for a long time?
It might be this one or it might be something else. But yeah, he's done after this, which I think is great.
Well, I'll say we didn't do a full looking back at the decade thing,
No.
but I made a personal list of like my, the moments that stayed with me from the last decade.
And I was honored that I was a part of like
You were.
8 out
I
of
think
10 of those.
many of them. Certainly, Embrace of the Serpent. Seeing that in the Village was unforgettable. That's one of the best movies I've ever seen. I fucking love that movie.
Completely.
And I remember seeing Upstream Color at the IFC when it was in cinemas.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I was a kid, me and my friends, this is the most like high school story ever. We all got together and watched The Waking Life.
The
Linklater movie, the rotoscoped one.
I think it's just called Waking Life.
Whatever, fucking great. One
Well,
point.
hey, just in case
You're
you say
winning film right
Look,
now.
I'm just saying in case you say it in front of someone
got the
that's
friggin-
less forgiving than I am.
Who are you? The fucking the Yankees of movies now?
I guess.
You're the fucking captain?
Sure.
Captain
I'll take
of
both.
movies.
I
All
love
right.
both of those
Yankee
things.
captain of movies over here.
That's me.
We watched Waking Life, and like, when you're a kid, you're like, holy shit, what
Yeah.
a freaking fucking dream. We weren't even high, but I remember I watched the movie and I felt high after.
Yeah.
And my friends were like, I'm fucking high, man, on that movie. When I stumbled out onto 6th Ave,
I see what you're saying. I get it.
outside of the IFC after seeing Upstream Color by friggin' Shane Carruthroth,
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking balls deep high.
Yeah. That movie rules.
It's so good.
I saw it again recently. Better.
We watched it together at Amherst Cinema. You screened it there.
Yep.
And many people I know have started watching it and then like called me to ridicule me for having them watch a movie that they hate.
I know a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
But I think it's truly one of the best cinematic experiences of my life. And
It's a doozy of a movie. It's so good.
it's really great.
I don't know. It's more of an experience.
Thank
Here, let me
you.
tell you something about the cinema. Some people, they go to the movies, they want to see a lot of shots of the crotch and boob jokes and,
I want
pastiches
that
of
too.
popular cinema presented in sort of like a series of vignettes that are loosely connected by some, vague overarching plot that's clearly derived from like an M. Night Shyamalan film. I go to the movies to see like incomprehensible, wordless visual mishmashes of things. Where at the end I'm like, wait, like is that technically a movie?
Yeah.
That's
what you
cinema.
should. That's cinema.
Because good art, and look, I'll be honest, movies, that's art.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
You got to walk
anymore.
out and be like, but is it art? Because that means it's good
I'm not
art.
sure exactly what you're doing.
If you don't think it's good, it's probably because it's really good.
Right. So maybe, wait, is this your defense of Scary Movie?
Scary Movie 3 fucking
No,
rules.
Scary Movie? Because I didn't
3.5.
think it was good, but it's probably
Scary
really
Movie
good.
is art.
Yeah.
But is it good? And that's what makes it good. It's that, you know, is it bad? Is it good? Is it obviously bad? Did I not like a lot of it? But is it also good in a way?
No.
And like that's no, but yes. Like, but the question,
no.
but the question,
no.
but no, but yes, because the yes of it all is what makes the no so compelling. And is that not? Is that not a new it's good. It's good art.
I'm not sure I brushed my teeth this morning.
I like I said, it's been a couple days. My mouth feels bad.
I just noticed.
Yeah, it's good to start licking your teeth mid-record.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's good stuff.
I wasn't really sure what else was going on.
Hey, listener at home,
might as well.
just take a minute to lick your teeth. We'll give you a minute. Just hold on.
I think
that's enough time to lick your teeth.
Insert a minute.
It shouldn't take too long.
Should I insert a minute?
Nah, don't do it.
All right.
It's too long.
It's a risky edit job.
You mean like seconds. I said a minute like figuratively.
Yeah. I edited one of the episodes to like slow down my voice.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not notice.
Fuck. You don't listen to the show.
Why would I listen to this shit?
Just to make sure it's good.
I don't fucking know.
I have doubts.
I got other podcasts to listen to.
You're listening to other podcasts?
Scary Movie 3.5 were full Zuckers. Okay,
Ugh.
we've left the world of the Wayans brothers and entered a brand new world of a refreshingly old world of the Zuckers, where we're really in the Naked Gun airplane mold at this point. We're really back to more slapstick, surrealism, and absurdity, more than just sort of like, damn, that ghost is gay.
Yeah.
So I think that's a journey we've gone on.
Yeah, that's definitely been a journey we've gone on.
Yeah,
and I'm glad it's into a new era.
And there's some real gems in this movie. First off, a tip of the old cap.
Sure.
To one Charles Sheen.
Oh, magical performance.
Charles Sheen is fantastic in this movie, playing the Mel Gibson role from Signs.
Yeah.
There's a bit where, and this is we talked. I realized that I'd remembered part of this movie while watching it. We talked about this. The scene where he flashes back to the night his wife was killed, and the sheriff is trying to explain that his wife has been torn in two.
Yeah.
And it requires many examples of foods being broken in half, ranging from a hot dog to a taco, eventually to a donut and a sandwich. It's really the stuff I live for.
It's great.
If it's not funny the first time, it's very funny the fifth time.
And I think overall what the Zuckers realize is that people who act confused by normal things, like by everyday things, is funny.
Yeah.
And people that act not confused by strange things is funny. Yeah. The Zuckers just nail both of those extremes of
both
comedy.
of those things are incredibly funny. Yeah. Total miscomprehension of obvious things and complete acceptance of bizarre things.
Yeah.
This movie has both in great spades.
And Charlie Sheen does both, and he's basically uses the same face the whole time, and it works for everything.
Yeah. I want to give another tip of the cap.
To Charlie Sheen's
to another newcomer.
Like to his facial reconstruction surgery or whatever. What's Botox?
Botox.
He looks very plastic.
He looks very flat in this movie, but this is like
just
a
in
weird
general,
time in his career.
Yeah.
Anyways, another tip of the cap.
Is that when he was Screaming Tiger?
No, that was way later. This is 2003. They shot this in like 2000. He was still like not. He didn't have AIDS and smoke crack and hang out with like exclusively like porn stars in a mansion at this point in his career.
When was that?
Not long after.
2008.
I don't have a personal fucking Charles Sheen.
You don't? There's an app for that. It's called...
There's an app for that?
Sheen app.
Sheen app. Check it out. Google it now. Sheen app.
That'd be a good app.
They did the Can You Hear Me Now bit in this movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, you were also going to give major props to something else and then I interrupted you for no reason.
Anthony Anderson appears in this movie
Who's
as
that?
the
Please explain.
Anthony Anderson from Blackish. He plays the Mekhi Phifer analog in this 8 Mile parody, which we get a fair amount in this film.
He's
more
good.
than I remembered. He's delightful.
That was
also,
a long scene.
Kevin Hart.
Oh my
way
God.
pre-fame Kevin Hart is fucking hilarious in this movie.
He's really
so
good.
But Anthony Anderson nails it. There was a scene in this movie that we easily, hands down, I think it's the most we've maybe ever laughed at a thing together.
Maybe. It was the best.
It's so good.
It felt good.
There's a great scene where someone goes to a wake, misinterprets what the word wake is to think that a corpse is awake, and then him and his friends proceed to try to save a dead woman, and obviously it is a bit of bit of a series of.
Just laughing about it now again.
It's so good. You know, they leap on the corpse, try to punch her awake.
Yeah,
They start fighting her parents. The coffin collapses. They electrocute her. They set a corpse
So
on fire.
elaborate.
The corpse explodes, sending body parts showering out over her grieving relatives. And then there's a running bit in this movie that fucking rules, where the white dope character, the Joaquin character from in this movie, this guy is wearing 2 hats. He's both Eminem in 8 Mile and Joaquin Phoenix in Signs.
Yeah, and he literally does wear 2 hats. He wears the beanie when he's Eminem, and I guess he doesn't wear I guess he just wears 1 hat.
Isn't the absence of a hat in a way a hat? Yeah. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Just take a minute. Think about that.
Well, they already took a minute before. I don't think we should keep giving them so many minutes.
You've licked your teeth. Now think about the hat thing. Okay.
All right, it's the last minute you're going to get.
And
so please use it well.
Every time George gets thrown out of a window, he hits the ground savagely
twice.
and then pops back up instantly like a full Looney Tunes style.
I don't even know if it has a correlating. It's just genius.
He just like pops up instantly onto the next thing.
They throw a dummy out a window, and then he's hiding behind a bush, and he just steps right up.
It's such a simple and magical thing.
It is. It really works, and it works again.
We were like fucking busting a gut over the funeral scene, and then he just pops up afterward. It's the best little cherry on that scene. And here's the thing: what I like with these movies, and like we're really out of the dungeon of the first 2 movies, because this one, just on a very basic level, there's some certainly offensive, low blow kind of jokes in this movie. Yeah, there's a couple along the way. There's a couple along the way.
I forgot.
I'm sure you'll catalog them in a moment. I'm not saying it's
not.
No, I'm
not going to.
Okay, great.
I prefer not to speak of them ever again.
This goes so many notches down the outright nightmare pole from the last 2 movies.
Yeah. Actually would like to talk to David Cross about what he thinks about that performance.
I'm certain he would call you like a pussy.
Yeah, he probably would.
That's the David Cross vibe.
I think that's exactly what he would do, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a piece of shit.
But here's what I'm saying. These movies are all just like a collection of bits.
Mm-hmm.
And when they get on a roll, they're really good. When they're not hitting, it sucks.
Yeah.
This movie has a series of runs that are really funny and really work. And Anna Faris is back and better than ever. I truly love her.
What about with the new hair?
The new hair, she's blonde in this one. Big change in pace.
Yeah.
Really rocks my little world. So the joke in this one is that her and Brenda have not... They're now like decades older.
Which is amazing.
They're both like living in a city, and she's... Brenda's a school teacher, and Cindy's like a reporter.
Yeah.
And like they're just... this is again 2 years after the last movie. They like run into like, oh my God, Brenda, it's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good bit. Love it. High fives.
It is a good bit. It's a weird bit too, especially having watched them an hour apart. Which 2 years sort of doesn't seem like a long time for movies, but an hour is like almost no time, and it makes the joke, I think, even stronger.
Yeah, and again,
this is how these movies should be watched.
Yeah, in your basement, back to back to back.
Yeah,
I feel insane.
Really,
I feel crazy.
I think I'm so happy to just not have to be with the Wayans anymore, even though I like their They're good actors.
I miss Ray. 100% miss Ray.
Yeah, I miss
the character
Ray.
And the performance.
We sort of, I don't know. We sort of decided that did we talk about in the last episode where he's like a character, and anyway, well, let's just cut this out.
No, we don't have to cut it out. I think
it might just be dumb.
Okay, fine, I'll cut it out.
Are we going to?
Yeah, I think we just did.
Fuck.
Snip snip. And snippity snip.
Yeah, it's I think that they perform well in this style of movie, the Wayans. They're really good like spoof actors because they what's her name? I'm so bad with names.
Anna Faris.
Anna Faris. She is really good she's a good Charlie Sheen and Leslie Nielsen style actor. The Wayans, and actually, I don't know which Wayan is which. Please don't call me a racist.
You are a racist.
I literally just don't know their first names.
Marlon Wayans plays Shorty, and Sean Wayans plays Ray.
Okay.
It's directed by Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Sean is also sort of in that Leslie Nielsen style.
Right,
where
like he's unfazed.
He's deadpan delivery of silly shit. Where Marlon
Wayans.
I know you just said it. That sounded like a fish, though. I was like, is his name
Marlon?
really a fish?
Marlon.
Marlon's more of a funny screamer guy.
Yeah, we talked about Shorty's fuck style in the last episode. Yeah, Shorty more reacts to things in a heightened way. Ray really underplays things.
But most importantly, I'm just relieved they're gone. I really don't. I mean, Ray was fun and Shorty's Shorty, but just the absence of them really, I think, gave me joy.
there's something about like the crass obviousness of the Wayans approach
Yeah.
as opposed to the Zucker, like, this is the stupidest joke you've ever heard, but it's going to be delivered with such sincerity and so flatly that like you actually have to work a little bit for it.
Yeah, and there'll be one thing afterwards that will make it all worth it.
Right. And I think, again, just like the ability to like, cohere a series of bits into a movie felt, I think the last third of this kind of drags a little bit, which is weird for a very short movie.
Because I think 2/3 of the way through, I was like, wow, the Zuckers actually, because that was the first two I really didn't feel like it was a story. It was like, you could tell it was bits loosely strung together, and I was bored almost immediately and following along. I think that's why I didn't really care about the characters, because the story of those characters was not there. This time I was like, oh wow, this is actually like a plot. There's characters, I know exactly what they sort of are doing. Even though it is still a series of bits, the Zuckers know how to weave that story through the bit. But I agree, the last third of this movie was like, it needed to end, and they didn't
ran
really
out of
understand.
steam,
Yeah,
no
it
question.
ran out of steam.
And it's funny because like they bust out the big guns as we get Leslie Nielsen finally playing the president.
Yeah, and
he's just good. He's good.
Fine,
He's
but
fine.
he wasn't. He wasn't what I
full
was
Leslie.
expecting. Yeah, I thought he was going to be funnier, and he really. It was either the character that he played was like so, like repulsive that he didn't really come through. I don't know. He didn't quite work. He wasn't quite the Leslie Magic that I know from Wrongfully Accused and Spy Hard.
Wrongfully Accused is great. That movie rules.
Yeah.
God, I love all those movies.
Yeah, Spy
Could
Hard.
we
I
do a
watched
series
it.
of just every Nielsen movie?
Oh my
I would
God,
fucking
that would
love
be a
that. That'd be
dream.
the best thing ever.
We could do it on our Patreon once.
Yes.
But
When
yeah,
it exists, one of these days.
Hey.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Yeah, Leslie, like Spy Hard. Just I watched it again in the last 5 years, and it's fucking. I hadn't seen it since it came out. And it's fucking hilarious.
It's so good. And then
So good.
he does the movie where he goes to space to solve crimes. It's on Comedy
yeah.
Central. You see a waitress's butt on the space plane, and I remember as a kid, I was like, "That's crazy.
The butt.
That's a grown woman's butt,
Yeah, it was a grown butt.
if you will."
Yeah,
Yeah, it was thrilling.
thrilling time.
And he can just do a single reaction for a shot. Like
Yeah, oh, that's a good
he
one.
doesn't even like do. You don't even see him make the react. You just see him doing it, and it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
We get George Carlin in this playing the architect from The Matrix 2.
Yeah. I guess so.
Reloaded.
They came out 6 months apart, I think.
Really?
Matrix 2 and 3, yeah.
Matrix 3, here's what I remember. I remember Keanu runs around the train. Like he runs out one side of the train and pops out the other side of the train.
I don't even remember that.
And then at the end, I remember the sun rises over the city and the architect and the oracle are sitting on the chair with the boy.
I don't remember that either. I just remember the
Trinity dies.
The floppy rain fight is all I remember.
I don't remember that one at all.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like the fucking climax of the movie. It's just 1,000 agents fighting.
Didn't they do that in the second one?
No, I don't think so. I think that's the third one. I
Who
have no
remembers?
idea.
Hey, let's save it for the freaking Matrix series.
Yeah. Also
So-
Patreon.
Scary Movie 3.5, I think maybe what you're hearing in our voices is that it's a little exhausting to watch this many scary movies. And I love it. I love the experience of it. But like you're really, man, they like the style is relentless. They don't give up on you.
Yeah. It's very true. It's,
They're always worried you're going to drop out. And like, again, there's no other way to do it in this kind of movie.
no.
And this one, a common foil is the creepy, the stereotypical era-appropriate creepy child, Cody.
Mm-hmm. He was like the Sixth Sense guy.
Yeah, the kid, the creepy kid with premonitions that
Yes.
everyone hates. He gets the shit beaten out of him in this movie repeatedly, and it's fucking hilarious.
It's good.
It's so good. The bit where George, the well-meaning doofus / white rapper, is trying to tend to him and manages to first hit him in the head with something, then knee him in the head, and then catch his head in a ceiling fan and send him flying out a pane glass window into a tree. And it is so good.
Yeah, the child doll stuff, dummy.
When the car hit the kid dummy early in the movie, you just about said that's the best thing I've ever seen or something. She
That's
reverses
child
and
dummy, yeah.
smacks the fucking kid and he goes hurtling.
Yeah,
It's
can you
very
imagine if that were
funny.
CGI? It wouldn't have the same impact.
You think it just like yanked the doll back?
Yeah, they
That's
just
so
launched a
sick.
doll.
Imagine working on these movies. Do you think it's fun? It seems
I
like
was
they shoot them
thinking
like a
that.
week and a half.
So so they make this movie and then you watch the wake scene. Were they just all dying laughing? Or do they have such a removal from like, having been involved in it? Is it like do they think they just created the funniest shit ever made, or are they just like, all right, that
I
scene's
think,
over?
Look, that is so much in the edit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way that people doing it have any idea how funny it is because, like, you're literally at this point straddling a corpse with two grown men punching you in the back of the head while thrusting on you. Like, I don't think you're like, oh, this is funny. I think you're like, this is fucking annoying.
Yeah. So yeah, it works for me, the audience.
Yeah, the audience.
Glad they went through it.
There's a lot of 8 Mile in this.
Not really. I mean, that one scene went on for a very long time, but
I thought there were like a couple.
It was an interest. That's the thing about these spoof movies is that whole plot line, like, yes, the hood follows him around for the rest of the movie, but he doesn't dress up like that anymore. He doesn't rap ever again.
That's true.
It's
just
like,
an excuse to bring those characters into the main storyline. Who am I to complain? It's Scary Movie 3.5, not fucking Dostoevsky's The Idiots. Did you write that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, phew.
Yeah.
I was just shooting in the dark there.
And then you would have been the idiot.
I mean, aren't we all the idiot, really?
Nope,
If
just
you're
you.
listening, congrats.
Well, you're the idiot.
You're the idiot.
Yeah. But you're the idiot.
Well, it's
now
true.
I'm talking to Josh.
He's looking right at me.
You're not
everybody.
the idiot because you got it right. But if you had been,
I'd been the idiot.
Right.
Yeah.
Figured that one out.
We also got Fat Joe did a cameo in this one.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but
he's a popular hip hop artist
from that era.
From an era appropriate selection for a cameo. I believe the RZA was in that. I'll go back to that because we've seen him in. What was the movie we saw the RZA in?
I forget.
Was it one of the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movies or something?
I forget.
Who was
maybe
that?
it was pretty
I'm
recent.
trying to think of what he would have appeared in that makes any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Ghost Dog.
We didn't watch Ghost Dog.
Okay.
It's not a series.
He's in that.
Yeah.
Should be a series.
Hey, I mean, I don't know. First one's gonna. I'm having a real Jim Jarmusch like look back as an adult moment where I'm like, I don't think he's made movies that are good.
And he's only made good movies.
I don't know if that's true though.
And he makes amazing movies.
Have you seen Broken Flowers recently?
Yeah, I actually just rewatched it.
I think it's a pretty bad movie.
No, it's really good.
All right.
I just love Jarmusch.
Did you see his fucking shitty looking zombie movie?
Yeah, it's really good.
Really?
Adam Driver in it.
That doesn't make it good.
Yes, it does.
You're a nutball.
Yeah. No, it was really good. I liked it a lot.
What if Jim Jarmusch made a friggin' Scary Movie 4.5?
That'd be really interesting.
Tom Waits like, oh no, it's a zombie.
Yeah, that could be part of it.
Remember, I guess someone from The Clash would be in it.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, that would be in it.
Yeah.
Bill Murray would definitely be in it.
Gotta have Bill Murray in there.
Yeah.
God, he's so random.
No, he's not.
When is society going to turn again on Bill Murray? Like, is it ever going to happen?
Turn again?
Like, you know,
When did they turn the first
I
time?
don't know if they ever did, honestly.
No,
He's
they've
always
never
gotten away
turned.
with everything.
Yeah.
Guys, we got to turn on Bill Murray.
This is it?
New campaign.
This is the campaign to turn on Bill.
Turn on Bill.
Wait,
His
turn him
reign of
on
terror-
or just turn on him? You've already.
Let's just say I've been around that block.
Where does he live? Which block?
Los Angeles, California. No, there's no way. He hates the system, man. He hates those conformists. All those LA types wandering around trying to get picked up off the street and made a matinee star. No thanks, not for Bill. He does real people shit.
Yeah.
You know, he bartends at South by Southwest one time or something. Cool
Sure.
shit.
Yeah.
He'll go to your marriage and officiate it.
Right.
And you'll be like, no one will believe that this happened.
Even though we have countless hours of
He's officiated so many fucking weddings. He's the kind of guy where you're like, I went to Friendly's and Bill Murray was just eating fucking mozzarella sticks, dipping them in a milkshake. He bought us all heroin.
Do you think he just does? That's his life now. Is he just goes to like cheap places?
I mean, if you had carte blanche to just be whatever, whenever, and you had all the money in the world to do dumb shit, I mean, I don't know how commendable it is. Where it's like,
I'd probably
sure,
stay home.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, you totally stay home.
Yeah. What else could I want? Got a basement with a nice comfy couch, big TV.
You know, everyone shits on golfing. You know, it's like a stereotype of like the ultimate like pastime of the, the
Elite.
bourgeois
Yeah.
white elite. But I mean, I kind of get it.
You do? I don't
You
get
want to
it.
be outside. You don't really want to exercise too much.
Yeah.
You just want to sort of like pal around. Like, I'm busy for a few hours just fucking around with some dudes and talking shit.
I mean, but
I'm not saying it's cool. I'm
Wasn't it
saying
Churchill? It said that golf is a
that, my friend, was the one and only Mark Twain.
what?
A good walk spoiled.
A good walk spoiled. The Mark Twain
Yes,
biography.
Yes, it's very clever, isn't it?
It is good.
It's like a walk, but it's bad now.
For some reason, I thought it was Winston Churchill.
You think everyone's Winston Churchill.
Yeah, I do have that problem.
Yeah.
I talked to my therapist about it.
You know, here's a quote where I think it's apocryphal. I think it's just like attributed to him. But
Do you
it's
think
like,
Winston Churchill said nothing? Maybe he said absolutely
he was
nothing.
a famous mute?
Really?
Yeah.
And he has all these quotes?
Here's the address he actually gave the Brits when the Jerrys were back carousing their way through friggin' Europe. trying to have a good old time at the expense of hardworking, I guess, other Europeans. I don't know.
Yeah.
Churchill said the following. He turned on the radio and they said, and now the Prime Minister, Sir Winston Churchill. And here's what he said.
Okay, so it was really easy to edit over other things.
Right, just silence.
Man, if memes were alive back then, there'd be some funny
they
shit.
would have roasted him. He was bald, but he was a thick daddy, for sure.
Yeah, you gotta have a bald thick daddy.
Yeah.
That's this very special kind of thick daddy.
Hey, no dicks in this scary movie.
Yeah.
I do miss the dicks a little bit.
Zucker's, I don't think they've ever shown dick.
They must have shown dick at some point.
I mean, probably in their personal lives, yes. But I would say in their films, I don't think they've ever done dick.
We know a movie that does dick that clearly is indebted to the Zuckers is the brilliant Walk Hard. The Judd Apatow
Never seen it.
music biopic spoof.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it dozens of times.
Yeah, it's your sick day movie.
It's my sick day movie. But again, it's the exact same tone that I really keep coming back to is the Zucker tone of like, we're just going to keep hurling them out there.
You love that, yeah. That's why you like Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I get it. When it works, it works.
Because I think, ironically, it's Judd Apatow's like mainstream comedies that have been successful, where there's this like relentless need to paste some kind of stupid actual moral into it. Like Knocked Up, 40-Year-Old Virgin. They're more a story of like personal redemptive arcs than like a flat out comedy.
What happens in 40-Year-Old Virgin? I don't even remember.
They have some misunderstanding and they reconcile. I can't remember. That's all those movies.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like Trainwreck sucked for so many reasons. A part of it is like all of a sudden it was like, this can't just be like a comedy. It has to have this like family drama element of it to make
That's what he does.
I know, but it's annoying because he makes a movie like a pure
Not his
comedy.
fault.
It is literally his fault.
No, I'm saying it's not his fault that he became really popular and everyone tried to emulate what he was doing.
I'm saying, what's wrong with making a good old-fashioned comedy?
Nothing's wrong, but like
Yuck it up a little bit, baby.
Just saying, like he came in and told, like he just sort of reshaped how people laughed.
Do you work for Judd Apatow?
Yes, I'm an intern.
I'm saying, why can't you make a comedy that's like a comedy?
You can. People wanted this thing.
I know, but it's annoying. And
you can't tell people they don't want that thing.
Yeah, I can. I'm a fucking award-winning journalist.
Yeah, it's true.
I create reality. I spin it out of nothing.
Wow, you're a weaver.
Dreamweaver, yeah.
Right.
Some say. It's been said.
I didn't want to say it. I
Check
just
the tape.
wanted to let you say it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, I think Judd Apatow was like, he knew what people like. Comedies are. I feel like comedies really are the most representative of a culture. They change so much.
Well, and comedies and horror movies are actually
the
most susceptible to that kind of cultural flow.
Yeah, and like I do really think that Judd Apatow like changed the way people engage with comedies, and he like people tried to do that for 10 years, and now what is it now? What are people doing now to make me laugh?
Not enough, apparently.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I laughed.
You laughed earlier today while we watched Scary Movie 3.5 by David
film.
Zucker.
I guess Martin Lawrence made me laugh.
Martin Lawrence made us laugh so much at The Wonderful Bad Boys 3. Yum, yum.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
But yeah, who knows where we are right now?
The part in 1917 where he gets, two severed heads stuck in his feet while walking through the puddle of dog piss and blood. That part's hysterical.
Oh my god.
It's like, me bloody wellies.
Can you imagine if Zucker made that, like, just shot one, like, how someone has a guest director for like a 5 minutes?
That'd be great.
Like he shot that part. Oh, that'd be so funny.
I think an airplane sensibility would have really elevated 1917.
I agree.
Yeah.
Something needed to.
Yeah. See, now the thing is, we can debate whether or not these movies are like work as movies, but this approach of satire, it's like you watch 1917, immediately I want to watch the Zucker brothers version of 1917.
Yeah.
It's a place in culture that I want to go to where someone's like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it all the time, but having like a Zucker punch every few years, I'll take it. What?
Zucker punch.
I didn't even mean to. I see what I did.
You stumbled into your own genius.
Yeah.
You're like, look at me getting all caught up in how smart I am.
Oh, man. Pretty good at this.
You're pretty good at this podcasting thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, right, we don't, maybe not all the time. Maybe the release schedule for the scary movies is, again, genuinely fucking mesmerizing, like on paper. But yeah, I mean, like, this is a thing we should keep alive.
Yeah.
I want Scary Movie 6, and I haven't even seen 4 and 5 yet.
Oh, man, so I mean, we're not there yet, but we could.
It feels like a long way to go, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe after today, but the last 12 hours, I guess.
I feel fine.
Okay.
And I was the one that suffered the most.
You're at home.
I got no enjoyment out of watching 1 and 2.
You got marginal enjoyment out of parts of 1 and 2.
I think
the jump in quality is remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, even just the visual quality.
It looks
weird.
like a movie.
to Wayans production, like they didn't. It was the same production company too. It just like looked like they were just using the cheap shit.
I mean, the contrast is pretty stark.
Yeah. The contrast was nice in this one.
Oh God, so we went to go see Bad Boys 3, and we saw it in the Dolby Theater, and they're like, "This is the old black," and it's like kind of gray. Like,
I love
this
those
is the
things.
new black, and you're like, kind of.
I love those.
They keep trying to show you like a clearly. They're just like running a filter over shit.
Yeah.
And they're like trying to like. It's I'm the stupidest asshole in the world.
Yeah,
like
whoa.
This thing has a filter. This thing has a different filter.
Yeah.
Look at the two filters.
We made this one look better.
And it's like I'm not like I'm stupid, but I'm not this stupid. Like our screen is better.
I get what they're saying. It is better.
Kneel to the virtues of our screen.
Well, the screen's probably the same, but
Oh,
the projector's
whatever.
different.
Oh well, hoo-ha.
It was a great experience. I felt it in my ass.
It
Sometimes.
did the roar.
Yeah.
Oh, the cinema.
That's my
some
church.
people ask, what's Charles's religion? It's cinema and the cathedrals at the AMC and Assembly Row. And who is maybe not the Pope of this
Right,
religion,
the
but perhaps one of the high priests? Why, it's David Zucker, of course.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, does he have a brother?
Yeah.
What's his brother's name?
I don't know, man.
What?
I don't know off the top of my
You
head.
know all his brothers' names? You don't know David's brother's name?
We just call him David's brother, the other Zucker.
What was wrong with me saying the Wayan brothers? I was an idiot. And I
Did
didn't
they
know
call his mom?
Who? Zucker or Wayan?
David.
David Zucker.
Mother
They
Zucker.
call it Mother Zucker. That was good.
That's pretty good.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was.
Are we done? Oh, no. We got a while to go.
Can't end on that one.
If you want to go and take a ride, Kevin Hart is fucking tiny.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's so small.
No, I want to talk about him being probably the best actor in the whole film.
You think so?
I think so.
His dedication definitely was very impressive. He is like 110%.
He's very good.
Yeah.
And I saw him recently in Jumanji, The Next Level. He's a very good actor. And
Okay.
it's really great that because I feel like I don't know, I haven't followed him at all, but I'm just happy that he's around. I think he really brought this movie to a new level.
I saw Central Intelligence for some reason.
I wanted to see that.
It's a movie, but it's the kind of thing where it's like that kind of, it's The Rock and Kevin Hart, and they're going to do adventures together.
Yeah.
And The Rock is tough, and Kevin Hart is very upset about stuff.
He's very small.
It's so small. I can truly watch any, like plug two dudes into that, and I'll watch it pretty much. And that's a great combination.
That paradigm.
Yeah,
that formula.
the In-Laws style. It's just the In-Laws, basically. You ever seen the In-Laws?
I don't think so.
It's Alan Arkin.
Yeah, maybe I have seen this.
Who the fuck's the other? Is it Peter Falk or something?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Peter Falk.
Serpentine. And then they had that joke in Scary Movie too, actually.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Serpentine.
That's where that's from?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've been saying that because I sort of liked that joke and I forgot where it came from.
Yeah, it comes from the In-Laws.
Sometimes I say serpentine and then I run around.
The In-Laws is a good-ass movie.
Me running around is pretty fun too.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know what you imagine Charles to be, but he's a bit of a scamp.
A scale?
He's a bit of a scamp.
Yeah?
He's known to frolic.
Yeah.
He's known to have fits of whimsy.
More or less so now that I'm old.
Mm.
I don't really do anything active anymore.
Well, your bones are brittle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your brain is fading.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I just sit in the dark now most of the time. It's pretty nice. Having a dog's good. I go outside now because of the dog.
That's one of the many good things about dogs. Plus, you
really
can eat them
is.
if things get fucked up.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah, but
I
turns
think
out
I
no.
told this story back on The Real Deal, but like, I feel like I think I would eat my dog when it dies.
That's beautiful.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It gave me so much joy and
Right.
love, and I would hope that it would eat me if I died first.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm
Wink
sure it will.
tearing into your flesh right
sure it
now.
will.
It's still warm.
That would be good.
Mm.
I'll give it up for Wink.
Got to get up to for Wink. Okay, so Scary Movie 3.5. There's a few hallmarks of the series we've come to know and love. For example, they do an opening bit.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I would say, is maybe the least successful opening bit so far.
Which I don't even remember what happened.
Pamela Anderson and Jenny
Oh, yeah.
McCarthy are sort of wearing schoolgirl outfits and being just sort of terrorized in a hotel room.
No, it was a house.
Oh, right. And then the creepy
That is
voice.
actually
She goes,
really-
"Hi, Mom," and it's an okay joke.
There's a funny joke where she's like, "Wow, something weird's going on." She says, "Yeah, it's such a big house and only one phone.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That phone would be lost on the Zoomers.
Yeah, they'd be like, "What even is that arcane device?"
Why are they talking into that TV?
Yeah, it's so big.
TVs are
They're so small now.
so small now.
It's so crazy. You know, let me ask you this: you love cinema. I love cinema.
I mean, it is my church.
It is your church. It's my religion. It's your church and my religion too. You know, I can watch a movie on my phone now, but is that cinema? Watch a movie on phone?
Nah.
I'm looking at that little thing on my phone.
Nah.
Let me ask you this: if it's pornography on my phone, is that cinema?
No, it's pornography.
Pornography can't be cinema?
No, it can, but
Counterpoint, all cinema is pornography.
Wow. But especially when you watch it on your phone.
That for sure. And if,
Oh, wait,
if I'm jacking off to it.
Yeah. Do you just jack off to every movie you watch on your phone?
Yeah, you try, you know what I mean?
Yeah, might as well give it a
try,
whirl.
Try to figure out what's going on with that.
You can find slang sexy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you know, have an imagination. Because again, good art stimulates. It makes you work.
Yes.
Sometimes real hard.
Yeah.
Takes a while.
Sometimes. Most times.
Many times, certainly.
But sometimes quick.
Hey, and that's what we pray for.
Sometimes quick, sometimes not quick.
Sometimes quick, sometimes not quick. You know,
It's all about the stimulation.
when it comes to the death that I imagine for myself,
Sometimes
I'm
quick.
praying quick.
Really?
Really. I'm like, just take me, man.
Take you where?
Well, I think when old Death rolls up to Josh Laney's house, I'll say, "Death, let's dance, amigo."
And it'll be like the ending scene from The Seven Samurai.
How's it end again?
The Seventh Seal.
Oh, yeah,
Or the
two
Seven
different- yeah.
Samurai.
Oh, yeah. We'll walk away from a township full of honor.
Yeah.
We'll have won the.
You, Death, and 6 other dudes or whatever, 5 other dudes. Yeah.
Famously, in the Seventh Seal Samurai, Death comes to save a village in rural Japan from a group of raiders alongside Toshiro Mifune, and
They play chess.
they play chess a lot.
Yeah.
There's lots of pensive gazing out onto the countryside. It's good stuff.
I gotta say,
Whoa, sit down, everybody, buckle in.
I don't like The Seventh Seal.
I don't think I've ever seen a Bergman movie.
Oh, wow. You should check out the
I
Bergman
know,
shit.
I know.
It's weird shit in there.
Hey,
Fucking
he's
great
Swedish. I
shit.
love that crap. He's Swedish, right?
Yeah, or something.
Who knows?
Fucking, I don't give a shit.
Euroland, I call it.
Yeah, he's in Scandinavia. I don't like it. I think it's really obvious and boring.
Well, I think it was the 60s. Life was obvious.
Yeah,
and
but he's
boring.
made like fucking Persona, Hour of the Wolf or whatever. Those movies fucking rule.
Right.
And then this just is like,
Isn't that like, but isn't Seventh Seal early Berg?
I don't know what Berg it is.
The early Berg gets the worm. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm glad you did.
I could have
never
fleshed
would have
that
known
joke
that.
out more, but
I'm glad you didn't.
you think that was good?
That
Just
was plenty good.
a
Just
good clean edit?
much in the same way that you want death to come quick. I'm happy that that joke was over very quickly.
So when I dog on your obvious inability to complete a metaphor without a fucking essay length response to what's going on in the metaphor, you can just casually dunk on my joking ability.
You can, I mean, yeah, I can dunk on you. You can't dunk on me.
It's true. People don't know this. Charles, 7 feet tall.
There's no hope for you dunking on
7
me.
foot Charles, they call him.
They don't call me that.
All 7 foot.
Nah, it's too obvious.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it just when I walk into a room. If
Yeah.
I were in a Zucker movie, I'd hit my head on a ceiling fan.
Yeah. How about the Yahtzee joke? How about that? She,
That was
she comes
really
home from the.
good.
She comes home from. She's left George the dope to mind her shitty kid who's a psychic nightmare, and he's passed out at a table, and he goes, "I don't know what happened. Something happened, and I blacked out." And he gazes down the table, and he has 6 sixes on dice. He goes, "Yahtzee," and slams his head up into a shelf and passes out again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. If it ain't
It's-
broke, don't fix it.
it's
That's the
genius.
joke. You can do that joke for 90 minutes, and I'll laugh every time.
I agree. And I think that's what the Wayans didn't know how to do, was they were trying way too hard to tell dumb jokes.
They
And-
swing really hard and there's a lot of exertion that goes into the Wayans style of humor.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, they'll just sort of like circle around it in a way that's, look, the Zuckers, they really drop it the second it's done. And the popping up after getting thrown out of the window, that's the essence of the Zuckers. Like,
Yeah.
things happen to their characters and they spring forward instantly into the next, and like that pace is what makes it
And I
work.
like that you can never count on how much, like a lot of people have like the 3 thing or a 1 thing. Like that happened twice, I think, the whole movie.
They mix it up.
And it's just like, you never know what's going to happen. And I think if that kept popping up, it would lose its day. You're like, no, twice is enough. That's the perfect number of times for this thing to happen. We'll do something else 10 times.
Yeah.
We'll do something else once, but they just like know exactly how much to do something.
It's like winding up a bunch of alarm clocks that just somehow manage to all go off in the right order. It's really impressive. Like the timing, it's all about timing with these guys. We do get an airplane call back in this towards the end. Nielsen pops in to say, I just want you to know that we're all counting on you. Good luck.
And it's like the last line of the movie, basically.
It's towards the end, yeah. It's
when
wild.
they cover up the hole. Yeah, it's good. I think, I gotta say, I think one of the most memorable characters is the guy that kills Charlie Sheen's wife.
Yes. It's the dude from Office Space.
I think he gave me maybe my favorite line of dialogue from the movie.
I'm going to need a ride home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so fucking good.
So good.
Charles Sheen is walking over to his wife, and the guy who killed her with the truck is like, I'm going to need a ride home.
But he says it so like just matter of factful, almost joyful, just like, oh, I'm going to need a ride home.
Yeah, it's fucking
It's
good.
fucking genius. Yeah, that guy was good. And then I think so in the unrated version, they cut out that whole thing of being like the exact moment that and then he tells like talking about raping and killing and mutilating children and all those things. They cut it.
He says mulatto.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good bit.
It was funny.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, it's as always with the Zucker production, a mixed bag. But I think in this case, what worked was that there was only one trans joke.
Yeah, they really cut it down.
Really
the
cut
Michael
it back.
Jackson bit has aged strangely.
No, I think it's aged even better.
It's
like basically this is the shit that's crazy is that when I was a kid, I knew like that was just a joke that we told that Michael Jackson fucked kids.
Yeah.
And then like it took 20 years for them to like actually have it documented. It was like, oh yeah, he fucked kids.
Right.
And in this movie, what came out in 2003, the whole joke is that he's like fucking his daughter.
Well, no, in this movie, the joke is that he was dangling his daughter outside the
like
window.
he's sitting there being like, wait, what? You're in my. He's something. He said something about fucking kids, and he's like, oh, get out of my daughter's room. He's like, oh, it's not a boy or something. It was like it's a very direct thing about Michael Jackson fucking boys.
Oh yeah, that bit. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. My bad. Sorry to everyone, particularly those who
Michael
suffered at the hands
Jackson.
of Michael Jackson
And Michael, you can about
and Michael Jackson.
Damn. Yeah,
He got a rough deal, huh?
he's dead.
That's true.
It's the roughest deal. Yeah. Is that what they call death? The roughest deal?
They say you die 2 deaths. 1 when you die, 2 when they forget your name.
And the French have a third one. I think it's every time you come.
You jizz.
Yeah,
you
the
die
little
a little
death.
bit. It's a le petit mort.
Le petit mort.
How dumb is France, huh?
Pretty
You're not dead,
dumb.
idiot. You're fucking. You're having sex, dude. That fucking rules.
Yeah. It's a pretty interesting way to look at it, though. I mean, maybe where are they thinking that like you're like a battery, and every time you come, you lose a little charge?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Is that what the French
I don't
think?
know.
I'm
Don't
French.
ask me. You're literally French.
That's what they think. I'm glad you asked.
Who's they?
The French.
Oh, how'd you convince them?
I mean, I'm French. I just know. We're like the
Scarf and
aliens.
escargot.
Yeah.
I've had escargot. They're pretty good.
I mean, it's just all about the sauce.
Well, you gotta soak those bitches in butter.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah. When you order, by the way, you're like, you should always be like, I'll get the escargot and soak those bitches in butter.
Yeah, I want some of those little frogs.
They're not frogs.
Yeah, but that's what they call them.
They're
Le petit
snails.
frog.
That's not the word for it.
Grenouille.
Really?
God, I just pulled that out of my head.
Granouille?
Le petit grenouille.
The little frog.
The little frog.
I've never had frog.
You've had escargot, but you've never had frog. I think
I
they're
know.
the same.
I've barely lived.
Yeah. You should go to France.
I've been to France.
You've been to France, you didn't have the grenouille?
I was with my family, bro. They're
Yeah,
Jewish.
they hate grenouille.
They don't eat frog.
You didn't live?
I remember we went to a restaurant in Paris where all the walls were mirrors. Everyone was smoking inside, and I had linguine Alfredo. No, maybe that was in London. I don't know.
Doesn't
When you're as
matter.
traveled as me,
Ugh,
it's
yeah,
like, you know,
it's nightmare.
Istanbul, Marrakesh, Kabul, Tulsa, Clearwater, Florida, the town Scientology owns. They all flow together, man, because life is a highway, but also a tapestry, and in a way, a mosaic.
And I want to drive it all night long. I want to drive it all night long.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me ask you this. Charles, at this point in the podcast, I feel it appropriate to ask. Are you asking when will it end?
It's a very hard question to answer.
Right. This has been a day. It's been an undertaking.
It's a hard question to answer. I was definitely I predicted this right, at least for me. I said in the very first one, I'm like, I hate this shit, but I'm looking forward to 3. And that came through for me. Now the question is, I literally laughed the hardest I've laughed in 2020. And I'll just probably say I'll never laugh that hard again for the rest of my life.
That was it.
Because I won't. I mean, when I
Look,
watched
the
that
funeral scene is top shelf. That was legitimately so fucking funny.
It was, and it really helped that you were there too. I think I would have laughed a little bit, but it is like it's the bouncing of laughter was really nice.
It was lovely.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful moment we shared together.
I think that's the most I laughed in all of the last decade, probably. It was a highlight of cinema history, I think, and they really nailed it. And I'm saying no, I'm not asking when will it end because I'm hoping something else magical like that will happen.
Right. Here's what I'm saying. I'm on the same page with you. I'm not asking when it will end either. Like the Zuckers are in command. They're in charge. At this point, let it fucking roll.
Yeah.
Let it happen. They're gonna strike gold more. I have memories of 3. I don't think I have any of 4 or 5. So I think we're really venturing into territory where it's like I'm ready to be completely delighted by a Zucker bit that I just love.
Right. Because they'll always have one bit that's worth the price of admission.
And was the bit we love tonight written by Craig Mazin, the Emmy Award-winning creator of HBO's Chernobyl? Another laugh-a-minute side splitter starring lovable goof Jared Harris.
Who's that?
He was on Mad Men. He was the pathetic British guy who, spoiler, hangs himself.
I didn't get that far.
It's okay.
But he hangs himself.
I think the spoiler zone has ended on Mad Men.
Yeah. I missed it.
I don't feel bad about that.
No, it's fine. I don't believe in spoilers. I'm fine.
Yeah, it's another bad idea that you have.
No, it's fine. I know Buffy's mom's going to die of cancer.
Well, that will still not soften the blow of the season 5 masterpiece of The Body.
Yeah.
That's maybe the finest episode of the show.
Well, we're doing it slowly, but we are almost done with season 3.
Oh, that's so slow. 4, I love. Here's my hot take. Let's go into the Buffy corridor for a minute.
Yeah, sure. Let's walk through the Buffy corridor to get to the end of this episode.
Yes. Many people think 3 is the best 'cause it's sort of like the climactic high school season.
My least favorite so far.
Well, I like 3.
Yeah, but I don't feel that way at all. People think that?
I think it's a common...
Oh, God.
People often pick season
Going down
3
from there?
because it's like they think the high school era is the most iconic era. I differ.
I'm bored by it already.
Season 4 is the college year.
Yeah.
And it is fantastic. I love that season is great, except for the main love interest, who's a total snooze. And season 4 does have the single worst episode of television ever made.
Which one's that?
Beer Bad.
Beer Bad?
It is an episode where cursed beer turns people who drink it into Neanderthals. And it was one of those things where
they did that in season 3 with where like all the adults turn into the kids again.
No, that's a different one. That's,
I know, but I'm just saying episode. It is great, but it's like the same idea where like this cursed something.
I like when Buffy's parents are like, we're fucking sluts.
Yeah, and she and Giles gets it on
because he was like a bad boy and he was young,
and then they remember it later and like really, that was so good.
Like his cum is still dripping out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish it were still dripping out of me.
Hey, Giles is a thick daddy.
Awesome.
We can all agree. Classic daddy.
Yeah.
Tony, Anthony, what's his name?
Yeah, Anthony. It's a three namer.
Whatever. He
goes by 3 names.
And his website's like, you can call me Tony or whatever, and it's like very charming.
I will call you Tony. Oh my God, I would love to call you Tony.
For a while, the government, because again, the American government, we get the job done. They're like, how do we get kids to stop drinking? Which, of course, we have achieved by 2020. Pay television shows to make episodes where drug and alcohol use is demonized.
Is that really what happened?
Yes.
Oh, God.
So the show took money from the government to do an episode. They're like, how do we show beer is bad? I'm like, okay, it turns you into a fucking caveman.
That sounds awful.
It's genuinely, we should watch it right now. It is very bad television.
I don't think I can do that. I got to do it in order.
Yeah, that's part of the thing with TV shows. Anyways, season 4 is really great. The last episode is sort of a legendary Buffy episode.
Cool.
It's the one season where there is, and this is not a spoiler, the last episode is not the climactic episode.
Cool.
They resolve the climax of the season in the penultimate episode, and in the final episode do a complete departure. Which is indebted to a quirky little TV show. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's called Twin Peaks. And what happens in it, you wouldn't believe. I'll let you. There's a fish in my coffee percolator. It's a good show. You should watch it. They eat pie.
Wait, we didn't do this bit last episode?
What bit?
Never mind. Keep going.
I love Twin Peaks. It's a good show.
It is a good show.
The log ladies in it. Fucking deal.
There's a fish.
in my percolator.
No, there's more of a pause.
And that guy died. You know how that guy died?
Wait, in real life?
In real life?
Oh, no.
What's that actor? Jack, what's his name? Eraserhead.
No. Oh, that's Eraserhead? There's a fish
That's
in the
Eraserhead.
percolator?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That actor died. This is a true story. He got in like.
Did he get his head erased? Finally?
Hey, wouldn't that be a bit of poetic justice?
You deserve it, buddy.
Yeah, you've had it coming for a long time.
Years.
He got into like a fight or an altercation at a fast food restaurant and then was found dead of like a hemorrhage in his brain later.
So he did get his head erased by McDonald's.
Well, no one said McDonald's.
I said it.
Right, but...
no one...
There was no... I think it was like a Dunkin' Donuts or a Subway. It's a very tawdry, sad way for this
So he got into a fight with a sandwich
He got into
artist.
some altercation. Yeah, he fought a fucking sandwich artist at Subway. Eat fresh,
and then he
motherfucker.
left, and it caused him to have a brain hemorrhage.
And then he was just found dead later. And I think some speculated that like some blow he received set off some sort of catastrophic, neurological thing. But it's a really strange story. He died in a very like Lynchian manner.
Yeah, maybe Lynch did it.
Isn't society become a little Lynchian these days? Best movie of the decade, the Twin Peaks TV show. Have you seen that fucking annoying take?
Oh, God.
Some nerds are like, that's the best movie of the decade.
You spend way too much time on the internet.
Bro.
Oh, that's so good. Ugh, TV is movie.
Well, we learned from Scary Movie 3.5 in the intro sequence, TV is bad for you.
It's bad for your
You can
tits.
shrink your fake tits.
Shrink your tits.
Augmented tits.
Yeah. That is one thing that's really nice about moving past the 90s and the aughts was like sex stuff was so gross. Like the big tit, small ass era of humanity is one that we will look back on in shame.
Wow. This is a fiery take. This is great.
It's so disgusting.
Well, I mean, okay, coming in hot here.
Well, just
it
like
was certainly
the
a very
need to
different...
like push women to like have surgery to make themselves
Hold on.
feel
This is a whole other
accepted.
conversation. If you want to have surgery, have surgery. God bless you.
But I'm saying if it's forced on you because all of porn and mainstream beauty culture is like, look at these tits.
Well,
Look at
I mean,
these giant
certainly
tits. Like, what else are you gonna do?
right now, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You got to bust his head at the end, man.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
It was a strange era. I don't want to say disgusting. It was a strange era, certainly from our vantage point now, where more natural approaches to beauty are heightened and being curvy and not being like bound to this very weird, like, Jane Fonda workout routine / Barbie. Yeah, it was a weird time. And certainly when you look at in the 90s, the kind of people who survived that era, like, the Pam Andersons, everyone who's appeared in the intro to a scary, it's a weird era to look back on.
Yeah.
No question. I think you don't need to demonize those people, but
Demonizing the people, it's the time.
it's the time, man.
They were just all a part of it. We were a part of it.
I was a child.
Yeah, you were still a part of it.
Okay, Gunter Grass was in the Hitler Youth. We still read his books.
I don't.
Well, you're illiterate.
Yeah, I don't really read
Functionally.
anymore. I'm sort of, it's interesting.
It's harder to read now.
Goodreads was like, do you want to set your reading goal for the year? I was just like, no.
You're like, hey, fuck off,
I said,
robot.
hey, Siri, no.
Suck it.
And she said, I don't understand that request.
I don't have Siri, and my life is fine.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't do anything. It's all it's used for is to maybe. I've never used it like seriously.
Hey, so far, would you rank 3, 2, 1 for the scary movies, or what's your ranking so far?
No, we
Just
can't. We leave
check
it
in the middle.
Nope, leave it
Middle
at the
check-in.
end. Nope, not gonna do it.
Oh, you're like a steel safe.
Hey man, I play by the rules.
But
We got rules for this podcast.
I'm a bit like a master safe cracker, so I don't get it out of you.
You're not.
I don't get it out of you.
You won't. No,
I think it's the cool thing about this.
I'm just saying, as we found out in Bad Boys, it's like, yeah, I might have ranked. I rank it. It's going to affect it. 5's going to affect 1. It's going to affect 3. Going to affect 2. Going to affect 4.
It's like, when you throw a stone into a pond, the ripples from that stone could make a fart effect or something,
Yeah.
or have tits. And that's like 5 minutes of a scary movie where like the lake is horny and farts.
Yeah.
I like these. I do hope. Here's my prediction for the back half.
Horny
of the
lake.
series. I hope
Get a
people
horny
are
lake
horny
and
and
fart.
fart. I just hope there's like horny people farting, because like as long as we have that, I'll know that I'm home.
Well, here's the thing. I just want to go back to that tit talk. Is that the reason why this movie was, I think, better was that the jokes that were like. So there's the the tit scene where she's like calls out the whole news agency for one just show tits all the time.
Well, she does her story on breast augmentation. She goes, "That was just topless women for 10 minutes."
And he's like, "Yeah."
He nods. It's great.
Yeah, and she's like, "I don't get what's so appealing about this." And she just like flashes the whole office, and everyone's just like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!"
And they do the
all
airplane
these
people
dudes.
hanging from the ceiling, and
Yeah.
everyone's at an angle. Yeah.
And then the other scene is where Leslie Nielsen's awarding out Mother Teresa bobblehead dolls to people with
Disabled
disabilities.
people, which is a scene that surprisingly steered clear of most of the territory I was
Well, that's
afraid
the
of.
thing is, it's really just making fun of like assholes that look differently on people.
And it
He's
gave
like,
us,
well, they could be
yeah.
aliens invading our country, and he just like grabs people by the face mask, and this guy who lost his voice to smoking.
I don't want to get political here.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want. I'm not trying to get political.
All right.
But you watch the professional comedians in this movie,
Yeah.
and then you watch the Bing Bongs in Washington right now,
Wait, what's
and you're
going
like,
on? What's going
what's
on?
the difference?
What's going on?
You're like,
Come
what's the
on.
difference?
Oh my god.
One of them's job is to make monkey shines and be funny.
What's a monkey shine?
Just Google it later.
all right.
And one of them is job is to be leader of America.
Yeah,
And
one
I
of them-
can't freaking tell them apart.
One of them Steve Jobs.
One of them, Steve, he's dead.
Fuck.
I see the silly man, and I'm like, well, that title could be applied to either the comedian
Who's
or
the silly man?
the very man sitting in the Oval Office as we speak.
Yeah.
Though he's probably at Mar-a-Lago down in Florida town.
Yeah.
I speak, of course, of Donald J. Trump, the clown in chief of these United States.
Can you just say
They were
Trump and end
always
this?
great until he showed up. We were doing fine. Things were fine.
But they weren't great.
They were great. There's nothing wrong
So-
with the only thing wrong with this country, and I've said this, if I said it today, I'll say it tomorrow. I'll say
Please
it Thursday.
don't. Please don't ever say it
The
again.
only thing wrong with this country is Orange Man the Drumpf, and we get rid of him, go back to how it used to be just a few years ago, and it's fine again.
It's fine again.
We
Make
should go
America
back-
fine again.
Make America 2015 forever.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
2015.
Just like a limitless expanse of 2015.
2015.
We thought we would fucking, go to heaven. Now I think we live in hell.
Spring break.
Spring Breakers, though, you know what I'm talking about?
Spring break forever.
It's gross. Even quoting it is gross.
I love that movie.
I gotta watch it again.
It's so fucking
I don't think I like Harmony Korine.
Yeah, he's awesome.
yeah, true. He rules.
Beach bum.
I
Really
haven't seen the
good.
beach. Serenity's all the Matthew McConaughey on the beach I need. I truly wish from the bottom of my heart Serenity was a series.
Yeah, well, so I am
Serenity 2, Back to Plymouth Island.
looking forward to not watching another scary movie right now.
Sure.
I think 3 in a row is a lot. I would say that none of them are tight 90s, like the way I'm used to a tight 90.
They're more of a loose bag of 90.
They're a loose bag of digits adding up to 90.
That's a good way of
Yeah,
thinking about
it's
it.
so I'm hoping that next time it actually is more tight 90. I'm hoping they get like really get in there and fucking make a story out of this. Maybe hoping that's my only hope. I hope that I don't feel the time as much as I did on this one, but otherwise it's a great step forward, and I'm looking
For
forward.
you and I and all of mankind. Humankind.
Much like the moon. Yes, thank you.
Here's all I want to say.
Yeah,
I just want to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
thank you.